Hi, Alay Yajnik with FocalPoint Business Coaching here. To perform at their best, firms need to have the right people in the right roles. And for you to maximize your success, you need to know which role you're best at. There's a simple framework for these roles, and you can leverage this framework to identify personnel gaps in the firm, to ensure the right people are in the right seats, and to identify the best role in the firm for you. This is a continuing video in our series, so if you haven't already, you may want to watch the first video, Finding Your Fit in the Firm. It's a great introduction to this topic. Today, we'll be digging into the binder role. So this video is for partners and associates in law firms, accounting firms, and other professional services where the associate partner shareholder structure exists. If you're an associate, we're going to describe this role to give you guidance to maximize your career potential. If you're already a leader in your firm, we'll help you ensure that your firm has the right people in this role. Now, if you're an associate or a junior partner, life can be really frustrating. Likely, your role isn't what you expected when you started. You're working long hours, sometimes crazy hours. Your work is tedious, yet difficult. You feel like you have so much more to give to your firm, so many problems you can solve, but you're not in a position to do so. You need to move up in the organization, but you're not sure how to do that. As you watch this video, try to answer two questions. Number one, do you want to be a binder? And number two, do you have the traits or skills to be a great binder? At the partner level, especially the managing partner level, you're challenged by how to grow the firm. Binders have a unique impact on the firm's culture and, by extension, the firm's future. This video will help you determine who in your firm can develop into a binder and why you need binders. The Finders, Binders, Grinders framework that we're using was developed by Meister in 1993 in his excellent book, Managing the Professional Service Firm. In 2011, in her book, Army of Entrepreneurs, Prosek added a new role, binders. We're going to cover that today. In this video, we'll identify the strengths, highlight potential blind spots, and help you determine if this is your likely role. The role you choose will have direct consequences on your career, so we'll discuss the career impacts as well. Binders are those who bring people together, both within the firm as well as external to the firm. FocalPoint business coach Lisa Aguirre will give us an overview of the role. Lisa is a lawyer and a business coach and has been successful in firms of all sizes. Lisa?
The binder takes people skills to the next level. Like the minder, they have excellent interpersonal skills and get along well with others. They understand both clients and people within the firm. They are good at connecting people, bringing folks together, and their strongest skill tends to be in connecting people to each other and to projects. For example, they are the ones who may connect two different clients looking for resources the other has. They build individual and firm goodwill by bringing people together. Binders tend to be good at resolving interfirm conflict and come up with unique ways of resolving problems. They tend to be mediators and, in a law firm setting, may become private mediators in addition to their regular practice. Binders, because of their personality, typically have some work of their own since clients are drawn to them and they are uniquely positioned to receive lots of referrals. Binders usually reveal themselves early in their careers. They may go on to become finders, or they may prefer to remain binders and work with both clients and firm personnel. Binders can have a number of different roles in the firm. In addition to developing into a finder, they could also be minders, supervising projects and grinders. They can become managing partners, and their skill set makes them uniquely qualified for this role. They may also have a full workload in addition to their other tasks because they enjoy working with clients. In the hierarchy of firm groups, finders are at the top. Binders are usually next, given their unique set of being able to work closely with clients and personnel. Then come minders, and finally, grinders.
Thank you, Lisa. Next, I'll be taking you through the strengths of the binder. My name is Alay Yajnik, FocalPoint certified business coach and trainer. I'm currently serving as the leader of the professional services practice area for FocalPoint Business Coaching of Northern California. I specialize in helping law firms and accounting firms reach the next level of success, and I was recognized with the FocalPoint Kaizen Award in 2015. But enough about me. Let's get back into the good stuff. Each role requires certain strengths to be successful. Some people naturally have these strengths and are suited to particular roles. All roles are needed at a firm, though career prospects may differ for the various roles depending on the size and the goals and the culture of the individual firm. It's our belief, though, that anyone can develop the right skills if they apply themselves and invest in their success. So if you truly have a passion for a particular role, but don't have the necessary strengths to excel just yet, you can develop the skills that you need to be successful. The binder's strengths, like their outlook, revolve around people. Binders have large personal and business networks and enjoy connecting people to each other. They easily build genuine relationships and often play key roles in resolving disputes, both within the firm and for clients. Now, Jim Sackman, FocalPoint Business Coach, will take us through the common blind spots that people in this role may have.
Hi, I'm Jim Sackman, a FocalPoint Business Coach here in Northern California, and I'm here to talk to you about blind spots and how they relate to finders, minders, binders, and grinders. And that's my job as part of the FocalPoint coaching team here in Northern California. So let's get started with that. So, what are blind spots? And really, we're talking about the inability to perceive important elements whenever somebody is doing their work or in their career or even in their life. And since we're focused on a specific model for that, I've created a model for blind spots. And they're going to fall into three elements. And the first of that is an inside out perspective. Now, an inside out perspective is something everybody has, which is how you view the world. And because everybody has a different role, they have the view that their role is what's important in the business or the most important thing in the business. They have a role in many areas of their life, and people generally assume that their role is the most important. Even if it's equally important or less important in certain cases, people like to emphasize their own belief and capability in what they do. It's a bit of narcissistic behavior, but everybody does it, at least to some extent. The second are style challenges. And style challenges are the ways people work and how they interact with other people. So, different behavioral styles, different communication styles work better between different people. And if you've got a style, you have to know that some people find it not very helpful. And that's your blind spot, is that you don't know how to adapt what you do to the way people need to be related to. And finally, are strategic issues. It's very hard for almost everybody to think long term on a regular basis about the impact of what they're doing today and whether it's a good idea or not. And in some cases, actually, what they're doing today is tactical and it's only going to affect today and tomorrow. But strategy should be kept in mind in almost every position at all times. So, even if you're not actively working on strategy, strategy is crucial to any business, and it's important that you line up with what you do with strategy. So let's take a look at each of the individual types of behavior or roles within a company and where their blind spots are. And finally, we have binders. And remember, those are the people, the relationship people, people that inside the firm or inside and outside the firm, or really even just outside, are connectors of people together. So what are their blind spots? And that is, the first thing is they want to partner with everybody. And there are some times when it's okay to partner with people and sometimes when it's not. You want to make sure that the binding together of people that you're going to do makes business sense, makes sense for the business the way you're proceeding. You can do it in a way which adds no value, and that doesn't work. So that's the most important thing, is to think about, is this partnership actually going to add value, or is it just going to be yet another partnership? Second thing is is these people tend to think everybody needs a hug, that it's important that everybody come together and that all conflicts are resolved in a straightforward and simple manner. And that can't always happen. And what that means is when there is hard conflict resolution required, these people tend to hem and haw around what should be done and how we're going to do it. I'd love to find a peaceful resolution, but in this case, we can't. So we're going to have to not have. We're going to have a hard conflict resolution, and that limits what they can do in terms of their ability to manage different kinds of situations, because not all situations are resolvable in a way where people come together. And finally, they need to make sure they're aligning with the right people. So the partners and the people within the firm that they're aligning with, they want to make sure that those are good people that match the mission, vision, and value of the firms and of themselves. Because if there is a congruence there, if there's an alignment there between mission, vision, and values and the partners and the people, then you've got something that works really well. And if you don't, then essentially you're not helping. You're adding in an element that's going to cause conflict over time. So binders need to make sure that they are working with the right people. And those are the blind spots that binders might have.
Thank you, Jim. Next, Peter Irish will give us the recipe for recognizing a natural binder by focusing on aspects of their behavior. Peter will first explain the model that we're using, then apply it to binders.
Hello, I'd like to welcome you to this short explanation of DISC and how this applies to the behavioral sets we know as finders, minders, grinders, and binders. I'm Peter Irish, President of Business Coaching of Northern California. We use DISC profiles to better understand behavior. Through a short online survey, our clients gain enormous insights into their behavioral tendencies as a step toward becoming more effective in their roles. A DISC profile comprises 4 dimensions: how you respond to your environment, we call this dominance; how you influence your environment, we call this influencing; how you respond to the pace of your environment, we call this steadiness; and how you comply with rules set by others, we call this compliance. To simplify, each of these dimensions can be high, low, or neutral with respect to behavior. High D implies a tendency toward extroversion and refers to behaviors such as ambitious, pioneering, strong-willed. Low D behaviors tend toward introversion and include being unobtrusive, peaceful, and modest. High I people can be described as extroverted and inspiring, magnetic, enthusiastic. Low I refers to introverted behaviors such as being incisive, matter-of-fact, suspicious. High S behaviors suggest introversion and include being relaxed, passive, patient, while low S refers to extroverts who may be impulsive, flexible, and eager. Lastly, high C behaviors tend towards introversion and include being cautious, careful, and exacting, and low C behavior tends towards extroversion and refers to being unbending, arbitrary, and uninhibited. Please note, this is only a summary. Ask your FocalPoint business coach for a full explanation. So let's apply what we've learned practically. Binders are all about social cohesion. They will exhibit high S behaviors, probably with a low dominance aspect, and they may exhibit some degree of moderately high I behavior. I hope you enjoyed our brief introduction to DISC profiles and their application to minders, binders, grinders, and finders. I'm Peter Irish, President of Business Coaching of Northern California, and I say thank you.
Thanks, Peter. So now let's talk career consequences. In our work with professional services, we have found that binders are valued because of their natural ability to bring people together within a firm. They help create a culture that keeps staff involved and engaged. Binders contribute significantly to staff retention and firm morale. If you're an associate, do you have the natural inclination to the binder role? If you are a partner at your law firm, or your accounting firm, or your professional services firm, Do you know who your binders are? Are they as effective as they could be? Firm culture and staff engagement are two critical areas, now more than ever, to building a thriving, growing firm. And binders play a crucial role. FocalPoint can help you identify your binders and give them the skills and structure they need to perform at their best. We have more videos in this training series, so go ahead and click the like button on this video now to get access to the other videos. Remember, you and your firm can identify and develop your binders. The skills are well known and we have years of experience teaching them. I hope you found this video helpful. Take good care, and I'll talk to you soon.